What's good, everyone? It's your boy DJ Figured to go live and see what's everyone up to. Is people buying these shoes today? Are people copping the Air Jordan Yeezys, or are they copping the the Yeezy 350s? That is the question. Let me know. I have both shoes linked in the description box below for your convenience. If you're looking to pick them up, go ahead and scoop them up if you're looking for them. As far as the Yeezy, I recommend going up half a size. Sizing on them, go up half a size. And as far as the Jordan, go true to size. That's my opinion. I'm actually in the midst of going to pick up the Yeezy because I actually really like these. So that's the game plan right now. I am trying to buy these right now. So I'm waiting. I'm in the waiting room. And I have not copped a pair of Yeezys in a little bit, to be honest with you. It's been a little bit since I copped a Yeezy. But I will be copping these. Will you be copping these? That's really the question. Let me know in the live stream. Or also, of course, let me know on the replay. Um, The shoe is majority black. I know a lot of you guys know how I feel about all black shoes. They could be a little bit boring at times, but this one's got a lot of stuff going on with it. I'm very curious about this one. Different shades, so it's not just going to look like a solid black boring sneaker to me. So I definitely am planning on picking them up. Retail is very affordable versus the other ones, still pricey. I mean, it's not a cheap pair of shoes, but it's definitely way more affordable than what we've gotten in the past. I mean, a $200 price point seems pretty fair, and I predict that these will sell pretty well. That's my prediction. As far as the court purples, I'm a little on the fence if these are going to sell out or not. Um, I think people are stuck home and they kind of want to cop a new pair of shoes just because it's something to do. As ridiculous as that sounds, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours, though. As I was just saying, I definitely want to know your opinion. And that's really it as far as what I got to tell you all. I'm still here in this damn waiting room trying to get them. Uh, Man, it's just not looking good right now. I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to get them. I have a feeling that they made a lot. I really think they made a lot of pairs. I'm not 100% sure, though, but I think they did make a good amount of these. And they are available in kid sizes for $130 and then in infant sizes for $100. Infant size is a little pricey for an infant sneaker. That's just my opinion. I mean, damn, that's a little pricey. But that's just my opinion. Some may say that I'm cheap, right? Maybe I'm cheap. But yeah, we'll see how it goes down. We'll see if I'm able to pick them up or not. I'm definitely curious to see. And let me know once again, are you guys buying these or not? I did 2 live streams yesterday, so check those out. I'm on camera for those. My audio really sucks when I go live on my phone, and my webcam is broken. So I'm waiting for Best Buy to deliver me a new camera. So I should have a new camera on Wednesday. So as soon as I have that new camera on Wednesday, it's going to be on. E double, what's good? What's good, E double? You picking up any of these shoes today? Or is this a pass for you? Let me know in the comments. I definitely am curious to know if you guys are picking these up or is this a pass? I know everyone is on their computer right now copping shoes. Probably should have waited 5-10 minutes before going live. That probably would have made more sense instead of going exactly. He's saying easy pass on both. If you had to choose, which one do you like better? Would it be the court purples or the Yeezys? E double says that he hates Yeezys and doesn't wear Jordans. What kind of sneakers do you wear? Vanity Rose says pass on both. Okay, so people are passing on both. I haven't seen no one in here that is into any of these so far. So, is there anyone that's getting these shoes, or no? It's just a complete pass. Kicks Love says that the 700s go hard, bro. Yeah, I think these 700s are pretty hot. I actually like this one better than the other one. Like, I like this one a lot. Something about the cage system, it seemed a little off. E Double says he likes like the SC trainers, the up tempos, Air Maxes. So you're into the old school Nike, which is dope. I mean, you don't catch that a lot. Usually everyone's jumping on to, the new shit. And the SC trainers, a classic. Bo Jacksons, I love them damn Bo Jacksons. Uh, those are just classics. They could release those every other year. Dominic says that the court purples are really nice, and I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Um, yeah, man, I really like this new Yeezy. I'm very interested in seeing what it looks like in person. That's my whole thing. So we'll see how that goes down. That's definitely where I'm at. Dr. Doom says Yeezy, baby. So Dr. Doom's all for it. Shout out to Dr. Doom. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Definitely let me know what's good. I had a feeling that people would start trickling in once a couple of minutes went by. And if you guys have any questions for me, let me know and we'll talk about it. We'll shoot this shit for a little bit. Is there any exciting releases this year that you're looking to buy? That's definitely one thing I'm curious to know with you all. Is what are you guys looking to cop this year? Uh, as far as with me, I really like those DMP sixes. I've been waiting for a new pair of those, so like that's definitely on my priority list. And I love those Jordan 5, the Fire Reds. I look all the older colorways is really what I'm digging. So you know, definitely gonna check those out for sure. And I'm still in this stupid waiting room because I want to give you guys a review on these Adidas. If I don't like them, I could return them. They say you can return them free, so I'll get them. And if I don't like them, I'll return them. So that'll be the whole thing with me. Dominic says the DMP sixes, my pair are trashed. Yeah, my pair was so bad I had to get rid of them. I had to get rid of them. There was no way of me keeping them. They look terrible. The back spoiler area on the Porsche got all messed up. Vanity Rose says Mocha ones. I'm over the same old black and red, black and royal, or purple, or green. Right? We got to add green too to the mix. There's always it is the same old song and dance with these fives. I definitely agree with you. We have a royal shoe coming out. I think it's next month they come out, or they may have gotten pushed back too. I don't think so though. I seen something where some store mailed them to a customer early, like someone ordered shoes and they got them early. Uh, they look pretty good in the photos. The black and royal with hits of white. I actually really like those. I thought those were kind of cool. But yeah, it doesn't look like anyone really is excited about any of these shoes except Reagan. Reagan says I just copped them on Sneakers app, which is dope. And once again, if you're looking for these shoes, it's in the description box, so you can just click off, get these shoes there, and then you can stay and listen to this because that's really what it is. I'm live, but I'm not on camera because my streams yesterday were good streams. I showed some heat. So if you didn't watch yesterday's streams, I'm on camera and I showed a lot of dope shoes on both streams. So watch every stream I do except this one because the damn webcam is messed up on my laptop. But I hate how the audio sounds through my phone. It's like it sounds like shit. So I'd rather just go live here. And it's morning. Like I know everyone's just chilling out. Meech the God, what's up, my guy? Yo, he's in the building too. We got the super chat too, by the way. If anyone wants to show love for the live, anyone has any questions, feel free to leave your questions in the chat, and I definitely will answer them, or I will try to answer them at least. I'm just jumping around trying to get these shoes right now. So that's another reason why I kind of don't want to be on camera, because I'm like, my eyes are going to be all over the place and trying to get these things in cart. And it's been a long time since I've copped a pair of Yeezy shoes. It's definitely been a long time. And I'm finally probably going to get these. I have a feeling they're not going to sell out. They're just going to be releasing them slowly. That's just my opinion. But yeah, definitely let me know what's going on with you all, what you trying to cop this week, and what you all have been doing lately with the quarantine. Are you guys working? Are you off? Are you laid off? If you want to share that, share what's going on with you all. I want to just bring some form of entertainment to you, and have a conversation and just kick it for a second while I'm trying to get these, which yeah, just sitting here waiting online. Let's see how these shoes are selling on websites. That's what I'm curious about. I'm about to go and check and see how these court purples are selling and how they're doing on Nike's side. I'll check first. I just clicked, and it looks like Eastbay is telling me to hold up like right now. I just went on Eastbay by accident. It looks like there's oh wow. Okay, sizes are selling out on the sneakers app. There's only a men's size 9.5, a 10, a 10.5, and then size 16, 17, and 18. So this shoe is actually performing pretty well as far as how it's selling. Shinsei, what's up, my brother? Patreon family's in the building. Rich, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Um, Rich says that he just copped the court purples. It looks like these court purples are gonna sell out. That's what it's looking like, because I'm looking at Nike's website, and I'm gonna even refresh the page. Wouldn't be surprised if less sizes are up. Yep. So size 9.5 is gone. All that's left is a size 10, 10.5, and then a 17 and an 18. So let's check out another website. We'll go to Jimmy Jazz. We'll see how they're doing over at Jimmy Jazz. And let's see. Just give me 1 second. Okay, completely out of stock at Jimmy Jazz. So they completely sold out. So this is a success. This release is a complete success. Let's see. Maybe we'll check one more site to see how it's going down. Let's check Foot Locker. Foot Locker is giving me the hang on. We'll get to you shortly. Saving a place online. Blah blah blah. So, it's a sellout. This shoe has sold out, which is cool. It means that it was a success. I want to see things like this happen. Like brands be successful with their releases. Okay, Rich World saying Finish Line still got them. Let's check out Finish Line and see how it's going over there, because I'm curious to see. So, and I have that link to Finish Line. I should have that in the description box. So if you're looking to pick that up, you could just go in the description box. It's got me on the waiting list right now with the wheels spinning. So we'll see. I'm not going to buy them, but I'm just trying to, see how it's going to go down. What sizes were left, Rich, when you checked? Curious to know. So it looks like no one's going for these Yeezys. That's what it looks like. I think I seen one person say they're going for the Yeezys in this stream right here, which I'm a little surprised about. I thought we'd have more than that. But I'm not a salesman. I don't give a crap if people buy the shoe or not. Adidas don't give a crap about this channel, So why would I care about their product, if it sells well or not? Okay, so Finish Line, almost all sizes. That's not going to last long, I think. But Finish Line, I think that they slow their sales down like crazy. Like they usually slow them down so that everyone could buy them. I've noticed that. You always see like Finish Line be one of the last to actually sell their shoes. And I wonder if these websites control how much people have access to the site. I'm sure they do. That's why they have that wheel. So if they slow it down, that has more hits continuously going on to their website. So it may be something that they do. Um, as far as AKELs, I'm on the Yeezy site, the Adidas site, excuse me, and I'm waiting online to get them. It's saying right now that size 9.5 is sold out, and that's, oh no, 8.5 has sold out. So I guess that's a popular size. There's a link in the description box below to buy those. And if you're looking to cop them, just go in the description box under the screen and you should be able to get yours. My Sneaker Addict t-shirts, by the way, are on sale. They're 20% off. That link is in the description box below. Not the advertisement right under the screen, but in the description box below. My t-shirts are fire. You wear them, you will get compliments. I wear them all the time. People compliment the hell out of me. Inspired by pop culture. So check it out. The code is Spring Fling. And when you go on the site, it'll pop up the code. So definitely, the shirt is under $20. So definitely go ahead and cop a t-shirt. At least look at the designs, for sure. So, I'm just kicking it here, trying to see how's it going down, and giving you a live stream report of these shoes, how they're selling. Um, A says here for Yeezys, and thank you, Sneaker Gaga. Says teaser fire. Appreciate that, really do. Michael Sab says fire, and let's see. Rich World says just tried adding to cart again at finish line with the court purples, and he's saying that the court purples, it's saying error, so must be gone. Yeah, it looks like those must be gone, and that shoe is a success again. Philly Celeb TV says this sucks. DJ Dells. I just tried buying the court purples. As soon as I paid at checkout, it said sold out. That's crazy that these things sold so well. I knew that there could be a chance they would sell out, but I didn't think it was gonna be like this. That sucks, Philly. Well, just look at it like this. You're going to have another chance, most likely, when everything is reopened at the stores. You probably will be able to just go to the mall and buy them. So you're not shit out of luck yet. I don't recommend buying them for over retail because I'm going to be honest with you. When I went to shoot a review, I went to a finish line and they had a shitload of pairs. I mean, a lot of pairs of them at the store. So always keep that in mind with this quarantine shit that's going on. Unless it's the Yeezy, these other shoes you should be able to buy. And this got me concerned about the DMP sixes that are going to release. I think next week. They may sell out super quick. If these are selling out, I can't see how those aren't going to sell out even quicker. Hidden Sound says I bought them in a size 10.5, the court purples. Oh, your size is a 7.5. So yes, that's tough right there. And how what's the highest size with grade school? You can't fit into the grade school sizes? Maybe that. Yeezy supply sold out. Yeah, I'm not looking good here with this shit. I'm over on the Adidas site, and I don't know if there's any tricks to get it cracking on Adidas's site, but I'm trying here. I'm definitely trying here, but this is not looking good. You know, I think there's some hype behind this Yeezy shoe, even though this crowd that I got here live isn't really that excited. It seems like it's it's definitely a shoe that I think some people are into. Uh, hopefully, I get it. And once again, I have all these. I have the Yeezy link below if anyone's trying to cop or is curious to see, you know, what sizes are available. I refreshed and I see that. Let me see. Yeah, Nike completely sold out. So Court Purple's completely sold out. And definitely, guys, before I forget, please hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate if you'd hit the thumbs up button, show that love. Also, just leave a comment in the comment and just write something like, love the stream. So people see that when they watch the replay. And we do have the super chat. If you enjoy this kind of interaction, show that love there too. Cash App is linked below also, of course, and PayPal. It goes a long way, especially during quarantine season. So, okay, so Philly's saying that he was going for the GS size 7. Okay. There's a new podcast dropping today later on. I just have to finish it up, Meech, on the Patreon. So it's gonna be a good podcast. I talk about a lot of fun shit on it. We had amazing questions, like absolutely amazing questions. The past few weeks, the questions have been like turned up a whole nother notch. So it's going to be really fun. If you're not a member of the Patreon, you get a podcast like this every single week with Q&A that's submitted ahead of time, and it doesn't have to be sneaker related. This week I review the Yeezy Blueprint versus Nas's Stillmatic. We talk sneakers, of course. We talk about wrestling. We talk about all types of stuff with sports, TV. So it's really fun. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go in the description box and you'll see Patreon podcast. There's over 106 episodes. So, I mean, this is definitely something that you should check out. I think you will definitely enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it. If you love what I do, you will love the podcast, and you can ask me anything. I've never refused to answer any questions, and I've answered crazy questions that I definitely cannot answer here on YouTube. I'm not going to put it out here on YouTube, but the Patreon is definitely adult content versus here. It's not. So I got to put that warning for the Patreon. Not here, of course. I try to keep it, keep it right in the middle so that it's not too crazy. But yeah, good looking Philly. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm about to bounce up out of here. Been here for 20 minutes, kicking it. And yeah, I just wanted to see what's going on, what everyone's picking up today. I refreshed the Adidas site, and it's so weird. It says that the few sizes have sold out, and then now it's saying that they got a full size run. It refreshed itself, so I don't really understand how this shit works here. Uh, if I don't get these, it's not the end of the world. I really just wanted to get them too to give you guys a review too, like some new content instead of just fucking doing this shit, these streams, which I don't mind doing the streams, but I like to do, I really like to do the reviews. That's my whole thing. So, oh man. I'm just refreshing something. Bear with me. Just checking this out. Let me try again. Yeah, Adidas is saying more sizes have sold out. So it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good. Uh, and definitely stay on the lookout. They probably will restock the court purples. So I think they may restock those court purples because what I'm thinking is because I know managers at retailers are still going to the store. I think they have to go pick up inventory that's shipping. So I think that they're going to start restocking them and then having the people ship the shoes, have the shoes that are at stores maybe send some out because more sneakers are coming in. Um, let's see what we got here. Vanity Rose writes, Bret Hart, HBK, or Mr. Perfect. I can't pick. Oh my goodness. That's an amazing question. I love that. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Bret Hart. I love Bret Hart. I think I like Bret Hart, man. I'm like that's my dude. All three of them are incredible. Though, but Mr. Perfect's promos were so good. Like all those promos. I liked. Was it him or Mr. Wonderful that did the one where he throws the football on one side of the field and then runs? And he's like in an indoor turf training facility. He throws the football, then he runs to the other side and he catches the football, something like that. I always thought that was great. I love the vignettes back in the days, like all those old vignettes. Like with Razor Ramon also was good. The $1 Million Man. Like he told the kid, if you could like dribble the ball for a minute, I'll give you $100. And then right before a minute's up, he kicks the ball. Like that kind of stuff, I always was a big fan of. Rick Rude was dope too. Hell yeah. Uh, I love the wrestling talk. I could talk wrestling all day. Mr. Wonderful was great too back in the days. Like if you're talking old school wrestling, Paul Orndorff, I was a big fan of him too. Action Bronson named one of his albums after him. Philly Celeb TV says, "Do I think Bray should fight Braun now, or should they wait?" Yeah, I did a quick stream last night on my secondary channel, the Dell Show. If you're not subscribed to the Dell Show on YouTube, definitely subscribe there because we do other content there, and I don't mind talking wrestling right now because that's what you guys want to speak about. And we spoke about the meat and potatoes of this stream right here. But you know, yeah, the list does go on and on. But I think that Bray and Braun should be far away from each other at this point because of the fact that they're both, I would say, their biggest stars they have besides AJ Styles. So why would you have them go against each other and then have one put the other one over? You should have kind of your mid card catching L's and losing and putting over Bray, Braun, even at AJ Styles. AJ Styles should not be losing. Yesterday on my stream, it was late on the Dell Show. I was crazy even saying that Matt Hardy should wrestle one of those guys because they would end up having Matt Hardy lose. I'd like to see Matt Hardy eventually get another title run. Um, I think Matt Hardy is amazing, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So I talk about that on my new podcast too. Someone asked me, I think it was JP who no, was it JP? Yeah, I think it was JP. He asked me what was my top three finisher moves with wrestlers, and Jeff Hardy is definitely on that list. I gave more than three. Once again, make sure you join the Patreon. It's really like heavy. Like you're gonna get so much entertainment there. There's so much content, so you'll never be bored. Um, Vanity Rose says, old school WWF is what's up, Macho Man. Yeah, I love Macho Man. I met Macho Man once, and it was so funny because he um, he released an album, and he was at FYE in New York City, and he was doing like an autograph signing. But my friend knew like the people over there, so we were able to go in there before they did the meet and greet, and we were hanging out talking to him, and he was telling us like this. He was just talking so much shit about Hulk Hogan. Like he really did not like Hulk Hogan. Like he was shitting on Hulk Hogan. I mean, it could have been a work also because he was selling that album, and it was an album, a rap album, and he was dissing Hulk Hogan on the album. So it was pretty funny. But yeah, rest in peace to Randy Savage, one of my favorite wrestlers for sure as a kid, and still to this day. He just had the total package to him. He cut such a great promo all the time. I love that promo with Mean Gene Okerlund and Elizabeth while they were by his pool. They were poolside side by side, and that was so good. Double E says that I love the Road Warriors and Davy Boy Smith. Pause. Yeah, the British Bulldogs. They were great, and Road Warriors are awesome. Rest in peace to Hawk, and Animal is such a cool cat. I've actually have gotten to know Animal throughout the years, and he is such a cool dude. I've spoken to him on the phone a few times too. Uh, definitely, an awesome dude. Animal is. I wouldn't mess with him. I could see him still. If you say the wrong thing to him, I think he'll knock you out. But real cool dude, man. Joe, definitely an awesome guy. Vanny Rose said, "Did you ask about Vince's daughter?" I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry, but let me know. And just a reminder, we do have the super chat if anyone wants to show that love, and Cash App in the description box. Rich is saying that he got all the way to the checkout page of the Yeezy, says sold out. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. I've been talking sneakers and wrestling and haven't even checked. I'm still on the we're waiting. So, I don't think it's looking good for me. And it's all good. I'm not losing sleep over shoes. I have so many damn shoes, and I'm not trying to brag. It's just, there's more important things right now going on than me getting a pair of fucking shoes. I do have those new Air Maxes coming in, and it's supposed to be like the OG cut, and that's gonna be a cool review. I'm gonna shoot that real nice for you guys. Text, tweeting something. Hopefully, I could get these Yeezys though. I really want to review these. I really want to review these. Like, it's so annoying that I can't just go to a store and review them. Thank you, E Double. I just was typing something on Twitter. I came back to the super chat, and that's really nice. Love that. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're here for over 30 minutes, and just doing that just shows some love. I appreciate it. But I know not everyone has it. So if you don't got it like that, no worries. Don't feel that I'm shooting on you at all. I do appreciate the super chat. So thank you. And E Double's a regular here. Uh, it's so strange how YouTube doesn't really recommend my stuff much. It's killing me with these live streams, but it's all good. Um, have you seen or tried the 2090s? No, I haven't. I'm curious about them though. I definitely am. And yeah, those new Air Max 90s, well, it's supposed to be like the old school retros. I'm definitely looking forward to trying those on. I think I'm going to get them on Wednesday. So that'll be a sneaker that I will review on Wednesday. I should be getting also, Reebok reached out to me. I should be getting those new Reebok Classic, the Iverson questions, the ones that have the black on the toe, but it's like paint and then it wears off and you have gold underneath it. I should be doing that on Wednesday, Thursday if they shipped it, but they reached out to me. Vanity Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it for real. Um, definitely do. Yeah, you scratch the thing, the paint off the toe. So I'm supposed to get those. I mean, I can't see them not sending them to me because whenever they say they're sending me a shoe, the brand Reebok, they always send it. And I have that shoe on my Twitter timeline at DJDELZ. So if you're looking for that shoe, just go to twitter.com/DJDELZ. There's a lot of shoes that have been releasing that are kind of under the radar that I've had my eye on. I'm a big fan of hip hop. I DJ'd for over 20 years of my life. I've DJ'd for a few brands, labels, excuse me. I'm in the sneaker mode saying brands. Worked with So Def, a bunch of other companies, and I gotta say, man, there's these Public Enemy Pumas that I kind of want that are really dope, and you could get them for under retail. I think you could get the suedes for like $60. I was tempted to cop those. I may now that I don't think the Yeezy's gonna go down. It's crazy. I remember Adidas used to send me every single release they had. And then once they signed Kanye West, they stopped sending me shoes. Like they used to send me everything, every single shoe, which is unbelievable. Rich World says they must have heard us talking about the Delz collaboration. No, this was before this conversation because I remember we talked about this. It was either yesterday's stream or the stream before that. Um, this was before that. And let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. If I missed your question, just shoot it again. Sneaker Gaga writes top three sixes, Jordan sixes. My top three favorite Jordan sixes has got to be the black infrared, the white infrared, and the third one, I think it would be the Olympics. You know, with the midnight navy upper. That may be my third. That's hard. That's a hard question because I love the maroons also. That's not an easy question. Just to make it three, like because then you got the Carmines. The Carmines are crazy. I love the Carmines. Carmine sixes are just those are sick. Let me know, guys, what's your favorite Jordan sixes in the chat if you're live or in the comments if you're watching on the replay. Let me know for sure what's your favorite Air Jordan sixes. If you can name three, because there's a lot of colorways on that Jordan six. So it's I don't know. I have an easier time giving you like my favorite three Jordan 11s or ones. That's like an easy one. But with the six, that number three slot, it's kind of tough for me to answer. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever even thought of that. What's my top Jordan sixes? I love the Dornbecker six too, with that blue. That thing is out of here. That's a sick pair of shoes. So it's a little up in the air with that one. That's not an easy question, but I love it. I definitely do. Let's see what's going on real quick. I'm gonna check what's going on with Adidas. And give me your feedback. Do you guys not mind the audio without the visual of me? Because I could do this all day. Like if I'm not on camera and just if I need to take a quick second, a quick break, this is no biggie for me. And I can multitask and do a bunch of shit because I don't want to be multitasking and looking all over the place like a fucking weirdo for y'all. That just is gonna look weird as all hell, Kevin writes, I copped on Adidas. I can use a different account and cop another pair. They may cancel your pair though, dude. So I would be careful, I definitely would be careful with that, depending on how much you want them. Because God forbid they cancel it, that would suck for you, right? And I wouldn't want that to happen to you or anyone. So I'd be careful with that. I mean, is it limited one per person? E-Double's telling you straight up, don't be greedy, man. Just get the one pair. I mean, you kind of have a point. I'm here trying to buy these things, and you're asking me about buying another pair. I'm just kidding, though. It's all good. I'm not tripping like that. Maybe if I was younger, I would be, but like when I was like 18, 19, 20, like the level of my I don't know how to put in the words, but I would get really like tight over shit so quick, But now just like whatever. I don't think I'm getting these. No, I'm not getting them because now it's saying 9.5 is sold out. So 9.5 sold out. I tried. I have someone on my Twitter feed saying, have you ever tried eating Cool Ranch Doritos with ketchup? Anyone ever eat that? I never have. I never ate any Dorito with ketchup. That just sounds freaking weird, right? Have you guys ever ate any Dorito with ketchup? I've done it with potatoes, but what the hell? I'm gonna get some of your questions too. I see a couple here. Yeah, that's disturbing, right? Really disturbing. Let me scroll up. Meech says, with the Jordan 6s, the DMPs is his number one pick. Carmine's number two. Black Infrared is the number three pick. Those are nice choices. I didn't even think of the defining moments. That's a great pick, actually. You know, there's so many colorways. There's so many colorways to choose from. So it's not an easy choice, right? And you know, if anyone wants to cam up, matter of fact, feel free. I'll throw the link in here. If anyone wants to cam up and shoot the shit too. I forgot I'm using this thing. This is why I use this also. I'm sorry. I was up late last night. I'm a little shot right now. That link, if anyone wants to go live and shoot the shit and stream, you know, feel free to jump on, pause, and shoot the shit with me live. All you gotta do is click that link, and you will be live. So let me see what else we got here. Let's see. Cap of the Great writes, I like the first court purple better. I did too, man. I really did. I thought that the first court purple had that black toe and it looked nicer. I don't like the white with the purple, like so much white and purple. I prefer more black and purple. That's me personally. I think that it just looks better to me. The white and purple, uh, it's not bad. I mean, you know, I didn't give it a great review, to be honest with you. I wasn't crazy about the materials. So if you're bummed out about them, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, you know, if you like them, you like them. So who gives a shit what I got to say? But at the end of the day, if you got a little extra money to spend, buy the first ones that release with the black toe. I think those are 100 times better. The materials are way better. Um, this second colorway is almost like a cancellation prize if you didn't get the first one and you didn't, you know, pay retail. Jesus, this thing is basically all sold out, man. Damn, man. I need help with these. I wanted these. That sucks. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good for me. I just wanted to do another sneaker review. It's kind of frustrating not being able to go out, shoot these shoes, get them early. It kind of sucks, you know. I miss doing that. That's one thing that sucks about the quarantine. Like think about with me, like I've been doing these videos reviewing shoes for over 10 years. And now it's like I'm like I can't go out and the court purples I already gave you guys a review. Like today I would be going to like a bunch of retailers to see what shoes they got in the stock rooms and try to shoot them for you guys early. Like I'm almost going through like sneaker video withdrawal. It's crazy. Like I'm like, fuck. Meets the God says honorable mention the Motorsport 6. Yeah, I have that shoe too. I have a lot of them and they are fire. Those are some really dope shoes too. Really dope shoes. I'm gonna tweet and tag Adidas. Maybe Adidas will show me love. Sometimes they do when I do this. I need these. I really do. I need a size 9.5 or 9 if anyone could help. I'm gonna tweet that. It's not looking good. And it looks like this chat, no one gives a shit about the Yeezys in this chat, which is interesting. I haven't really seen much on this with this Yeezy. Doesn't seem like many people care about this at all. It's all about this court purple. And people have the audacity to say that Yeezy jumped over the Jumpman. Like, how? You know they made way more pairs of those Jordan 1s than the Yeezys. That's for damn sure. Way, way more pairs. By the way, I did watch that movie with my kids last night that just came out. That Trolls World Tour or whatever it's called. You could, you can't go to the movies, but you can rent it now. I think on, I don't know which stream we watched it on, but if you got kids, you should watch that. They'll like it. My kids loved it. My 8 and 9-year-old loved it. So I know some of you guys got kids. They should like that flick. So something to do. And I guess we're gonna get out of here. If you guys have any questions, super chats, now's the time to leave it, or else I'm gonna be out. And we've been here for 46 minutes. I don't mind if I'm not on camera. I'm just chilling right now. So this is no big deal like this. Definitely in the comments, let me know your feedback of this style too, without me being on cam, because it's easy for me to just do like this. I could do other shit, and it's not going to look stupid on camera. Um, Kappa the Great says wasn't a fan of the design with the Yeezys. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a hit or a miss. It's a unique look to it. I love the cage system on it. I'm really into these, but sometimes you see the shoe in person and it just may not come off right too. So, oh, maybe if I try on my phone, I could get it easier. Because I think it would be fun to do this on the phone. I mean, excuse me, holy shit, I'm shot. To review this shoe, I'm like thinking about something. I'm talking, I sound like an idiot right now. I'm sorry. Try going live. You'll sound like an idiot at times too. Say things all stupidly. Well, maybe not, but I will after 47 minutes. But hey, if I'm entertaining you, that's what's up. I hope I see there's people in here, so I am entertaining some of you, so that's cool. So I'm gonna try my phone real quick. I'll keep this stream going. Why the hell not? It's not hurting me. And if you guys have any questions, definitely just leave it. Anything you want me to talk about, any topics. Okay, we got Kappa. Kappa wants to cam up. I'll put him up on here. What's up, dude?
I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm just chilling, man. Trying to get these Yeezys. Wanted to give you guys a video on it, but it's not looking good. But it's all good. It looks like my crowd ain't really even into these shits. So, what's up with you, though, dude?
Just chilling. Just chilling, man. Only thing you can do during quarantine, so.
Yeah, this is some crazy, something we'll definitely remember for the rest of our lives. Um, I've I've told a lot of my friends and people I've talked to that this is an opportunity to figure out other stuff you may want to do in your life. A lot of people look at this as a negative. It could be a positive too. So what's going on with you? What's your whole deal with everything that's going on? You just been home, or are you still working? What's your deal, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm I'm just at home at this point in time. Just at home.
Okay.
Just
Where
at
are you
home.
where are you from? Where are you from, dude?
Bahamas.
Oh, cool. That's what's up, man. How's the
Yeah.
weather out there?
The weather is great.
Yeah. I need to be out in the Bahamas, man. Shit.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I've never been to the Bahamas, to be honest with you. So I may have to take that trip one day. It'll
True.
happen eventually.
I hear you. I hear you. But pretty much just like the rest of the world, everything is on lockdown. So which is understandable because the way like the hotels and everything are closed down. So even if we were quote open for business, if everybody else is um on lockdown, it doesn't make sense. So but um everybody's pretty much losing their minds right now. But hey, somebody, I got a voice message from somebody and they were like, man, y'all guys need to stay home because I'm sure that they can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm listening to you.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead, bro.
um,
I'm not trying to interrupt your. Go ahead, bro.
okay, cool. And they were saying, in terms of social distancing and everything, um, how important it is because, um, like in New York, and you keep reading about these other areas, excuse me, and how bad it is. And they said, at least with our hospital system, they're like, you don't want it to be a situation where it's you have to decide who's going to live and who's going to die.
Hmm.
And if it gets to that point, God forbid, you don't want it to be like between a young person and your mom and dad, and they say, well, mom and dad, you're older, and we'll save the younger person.
Hmm.
So, but it's happening, and you just have to deal with it at this point in time. So, in terms of sneaker releases and everything else, it's like, uh, I mean, I don't want to go on to a different subject, right? But in
Nah,
terms
go
of
for it, man. We're just having a conversation, and more. And before you go any further, I more people can cam up. I could have up to 6 people. So if anyone wants to cam up and join the
right,
convo, go ahead. Continue, bro.
yeah, in terms of the whole sneaker culture, for me, personally, when people talk about resellers and everything else, um, I I usually buy majority of my sneakers via sneakers app or Goat or StockX, Foot Locker, so on and so forth. And I have a US address, so the stuff gets sent there, it gets sent to me. Now, in terms of how much that costs, it's an additional cost because getting it shipped here is like an additional. They have like customs and duties on sneakers,
Hmm.
so uh it'll be like an additional 20%, and then they have something like a sales tax that's an additional 12%.
Hmm.
So for me personally, I'm not a fan of resellers because if a shoe retails at, say, a pair of Jordans retail at 190, if I'm able to get it at the 190, then then the other stuff wouldn't be as expensive. But if it sells out and they're going to sell it at about 300, then my bill is much bigger. So um so for me, the sneaker culture for me being a sneakerhead, it's kind of different. I'm kind of slowing down at this point in time because you don't want to buy sneakers and then have nowhere to wear them. You know what I mean? It's not like everything
Yeah.
is pretty much closed down. So I mean, like what the DMP sixes are coming out what next week Saturday.
Yep.
Um, and I'm still on the fence about them because I'm like, do I buy them? Do I not buy them? Where can I wear them at this point in time? And then the thing is, I'm not even, to be honest, I'm not even sure if they're going to sell out.
I don't know though. I think they may, man. If these court purples sold out, but maybe the one is just more hype than the six. I mean, people in the chat, people on the replay, let me know, is the one a way more popular shoe than the six? We're gonna have to do a pick one battle with the Jordan 1 and the 6. I think that's what I'll film for this week. Maybe I'll film that today or tomorrow. I would be interested to see what's the more popular shoe, you know? What do you think is the more popular shoe, the 1 or the 6?
I say the one, but it depends on the colorway
Mm-hmm.
because there have been like the Bloodline colorway that didn't sell out. Um, oh God, I can't remember. Um, Defiant ones, they were like all black with that shiny material on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which creased like hell. They didn't sell out, but the ones it depends on the colorway. Sixes, I'm not sure. Did the infrared sell out like first day?
Yes, they did sell out the first
Okay.
day. That was a very successful release. Um,
Yeah, so the sixes, in all honesty, it depends on the colorway.
mhm.
Because you remember the Jimmy Butler ones, um, which was supposedly the Jimmy Butler colorway.
Yeah, the blue joints you're talking about,
Right.
right?
Now, I'm not sure whether or not the fact that he got traded to Philly, if it messed it up in terms of the
Uh-huh.
sale of the shoe, but those that, but ones for the most part, ones for the most part usually sell out much more quicker than the sixes. Only way a six sells out, or that I saw sell out like almost instantly, were those Travis Scott sixes. So at least that's my honest opinion. So it's hit or miss, to be honest, with the sixes. I might get a pair. I don't know about you, but sixes run a little bit big for me. I wear a size 11, but I
Mhm.
can go a half size down on those, so that'll be like a 10 and a half. But in terms of releases month, I'll be I you said the Yeezy sold out, right?
Yes, it officially has sold out. The Yeezy has officially sold out. I said it I think about 10 minutes ago, so it took less than an hour for it to sell out.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
I looked at the color. Well, for me personally, I'm not a fan of the design.
Yes.
For I'm not really a fan of the design. Now, in terms of 700s, I like the first version better. The second version looks a little bit too much like the first version. It's just like they changed a little bit here and there. But these, I don't know. I guess it'd have to be the right colorway that'd be like, yeah, I'll cop those. But for now, like when I saw these, I was like, all black, that kind of way. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they sold out. Honestly, I am. But do you think when are the Flint 13s coming out next month?
Yes, they got pushed back to next month, I'm pretty sure. I did a video with the exact date. I forgot off top what the date is, but you could check that out if anyone's curious about that. Uh, and that shoe will sell out very quickly. I
You
predict
think
that.
so?
Yes, because people have been wanting this one for a while. It's a cult classic for a lot of people. Last time it retroed, it wasn't in its purest form. How it didn't have the reflective on the upper. So it being that it's coming back in its OG form, this is going to be a big deal. I have a pair that's still very wearable, and it looks damn what new. You know, the way I've taken care of it, and I still want that pair just because of that damn reflective. So, you know, I think that it will sell out very quickly. I think the DMP6 will sell very well. That is my prediction on that one. So if
Mm-hmm.
anyone wants that shoe, I really don't recommend you waiting. But if you don't care about the shoe that much where it won't upset you, then maybe wait because they may end up, you know, not selling out. And then you know what's going to happen 2 weeks later. You're going to be able to buy them for way under retail. And that's really interesting what you were saying about how, you know, coming from where you are, how much you have to pay extra. You know, it's fascinating. A lot of people don't put that into perspective. That you have to pay that extra money and everything when you're buying a pair of shoes. I do hear people in Canada complain about that a lot. The
Yeah.
type of extra money that they have to pay, and with any product, you know, any kind of
Right.
collectible. I see JJ in the chat writes, out of all the 700s, which one was the best? Out of the V, I guess he's saying the V1, the V2, or the V3. Do you have any thoughts on that?
In terms of the 700, I like the V1 better. Of course, everybody's favorite, the most popular colorway was the Wave Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I like those. Um, but there's another, the Inertia colorway. I like those as well. So, but for me personally, I like the version one of the 700s. That's just me. Now, everybody might like this current pair, obviously, because it's sold out. But with those, I don't know about you, right? But sometimes it have to be the right colorway for me to actually get the shoe. I'll be like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that colorway is dope. Okay, I'm gonna get that. And like I said, for me, sometimes I have a feeling within myself that a shoe is not gonna sell out. But once again, being where I'm from, it's like, okay, if you want this shoe, you're gonna have to get it. And sometimes my heart hurts when you get the alert and it's like, oh, this is on sale or whatever. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Because, like I said, going back to the MP6s, if I want them, I'm probably gonna have to cop them. Pray to God that I get them on Sneakers app
Mm-hmm.
and cop them. You know what I mean? And if they go on sale or they sit, such is life. The 13s. Here's my opinion on the 13s. Um, the When they released that pack with the 14s and 13s, the gold ones, I think they came in a pack. The 13s and the 14s, they didn't sell out, but I think that was due in part to the price because they were like $500 or something retail, and then they split the shoes and everything. But 13s usually, at least nowadays, don't sell well because you remember the quote unquote he got games, those sat, as well as I think the altitude sat. I'm not sure, but which gives me cause to pause about the Flint 13s because history shows that 13s don't sell. At least recent history doesn't shows that 13s don't sell that well. But as you mentioned, it is a colorway that a lot of people have been wanting. I remember the last version. And I didn't get those because I'm like, if you're gonna retro a sneaker, give it to me in the true OG form.
Yep,
You know what I
I agree.
mean? So when when they came out, they looked nice, but when it didn't have any 3M, I said, nah, I'm gonna pass. And I've had opportunities to actually buy that shoe, and I turned it down. When I saw these were coming out, I said, if it's 3M, I'm copping. You know what I mean? So looking forward to those as well. Um, only to be honest, it'll be only three sneakers I'm looking at between now and May or whatever, and that's probably the GMP6s, the Jordan 5s when they come out. But I'll have to see the leather quad. Did you do a review on those yet?
The DMP6?
No, the Jordan 5s.
Yes, I did.
How's the leather on those?
I liked it from my understanding. I reviewed the shoe 3 weeks ago, so my memory's a little vague with it, just because I've been like quarantined in here. My brain
Right,
my brain is like fried. But I recall liking the leather on it. It had a slight tumble to it, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go back and watch my own damn review, but you know, because there's these retailers get the shoes early. They're in the stock
right,
rooms, and that's one thing that sucks about this quarantine. Like, I'm dying to go to the malls and the stores, and a lot of these employees, they know my channel, so they show me a lot of love when I come in there,
right,
and I also help them because I tell them about the shoe, and it helps them with their sales. They thank me a lot. I have one retailer, the manager of the store actually wanted me right before this quarantine. He wanted me to come in and sit down with all of his employees and go through some shoes and some selling points. I won't say what store,
right,
because I don't want to put that business out there, but
right,
like, a lot of retailers, the employees, they really got a lot of love from me. Besides just the consumers, because I do help the market.
true,
And I've been doing this for a long time. So, but yeah, I miss going to these stores, and yeah, I'm so up to date with a lot of the Jordan releases because I got them early, because they get them sometimes a month early.
right,
DMPs, I did a review on. Core Purples, I did a review on. The Jordan Fire Red 5s, I did a review on. So, I'm up to date on all of that. I just, it was so long ago. I just totally forgot when the hell, what the hell the material was. The material good or was it not?
right,
As far as going back to the 700, I definitely think it goes in order of the numbers. I would say the V1 is the best, and the Wave Runner is a shoe I've always wanted, but I just didn't want to spend that. I think how much was retail? Like 350, I
300.
think.
No,
300.
300. 300.
Yeah,
300.
I was a little cheap with it because I'm cheap. I'll admit it. I didn't want to spend 300 on it.
Right,
I'm
right.
I'm a cheap guy sometimes when it comes to shit. When it
Hmm.
comes to for myself, for other people, I'm not cheap at all.
Right,
I'll spoil my friends and family all day. But with myself, I think that's why I'm so cheap with myself, because I want to give to my friends and family all the time. You
right,
know, so I fell back, and I regret not getting those. And then the V2 was cool, but I like the V1 better. And the V3 is like, I like how it looks. It's got a cool look. I got to see in person once again. But one thing for sure is that this is the cheaper version. You know how they like to say this is
right,
the poor man's version of it, even
right,
though it's a $200 shoe. If you really think about it, this is more or less the quote unquote, as the sneaker culture likes to say, the poor man's version of the shoe. But I like that they made this a more affordable pair of sneakers for people that wanted a Yeezy. This is, from my understanding, the cheapest Yeezy shoe to ever hit the market, right?
yeah, because the 350s are, I think, are $25, cost $25 more. They're like 225. So yeah,
Mhm.
these are the cheapest version. But you also have to remind yourself you remember when Kanye first went to Adidas and he had that concert and he asked, well, how many of you weren't able to buy the Yeezys, meaning the Nike version? And he made it a point to say that I'm going to make Yeezys available for everybody that
Yeah,
wants to get them
Yeezys
to
for
get them.
everyone.
You know what
Yeezys
I
for
mean?
everyone. Uh-huh.
So, so, but I still want the Nike pair to be honest, but those prices are like, good God Almighty, that's like a down payment for a car or something, man. But but I think Kanye, I think Adidas is doing their job in terms of anybody that wants a pair can get a pair. So I have to applaud the guy for that. That he made it his business to actually do that. So, but
Yeah, but I wasn't able to buy a pair today, so that's not true. Right? I mean, I was willing to buy a pair just now, and I wasn't able to buy. I mean, so I mean, I don't think they're make. I'm gonna challenge what you said. I feel they're very deceiving, Adidas, right? Because look, and you can agree and disagree. That's what the beauty
right,
of conversations is. And it's sneakers. It ain't that serious. But look,
true,
they drop a lot of colorways, so they give that vision that they are releasing a shitload of them versus with Nike, but they're making small quantities, so it's still small batches, but there's a lot of different colorways. Some of the colorways even look kind of similar. So
right,
it's deceiving, almost like versus Nike. They just, you've seen what it was, and also we would have gotten more shoes. Maybe not at this level, and I don't think at this level, but we would have gotten more shoes if Kanye stayed. The problem with Kanye, I think, more or less with what you're talking about, because I remember this like yesterday, is that Nike was not allowing him to do more and put more projects out in general. I don't think that he had the freedom to put out all these different colorways. So
right,
that's what was very frustrating to him, like very, very frustrating. But I always say the only way that Kanye could jump over a jump man is when he releases a million pairs of shoes and sees if they sell out. Like the
right,
Bret 11s that released, reports say anywhere from 1.5 million pairs to 3 million pairs were made. Um,
right.
when you do that and you're only releasing, how many pairs do you think they could have made with this? Not nowhere near that. I doubt they even made a 250,000 pairs of this new V3 shoe that released today. So it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's my argument to your argument. Um, with Kanye and Adidas, for example, what the they do have a tendency to have a bit more restocks than Nike does.
Hmm.
For example, the zebras. How many times have those restocked? At least 3 times.
You're right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, you know
And
what I
I was
mean?
able to buy a pair very easily. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
you know
good
what I mean.
counter. I'll give you
You know what I
that.
mean? Because that's how I was able to buy the wave runners. I didn't get it the first wave. When that second wave hit, I was like, yeah, I want a pair, and I got them. So,
Hmm.
but I do agree that some of the colorways do look similar. So it'll be like, well, and you look at it and be like, well, it's kind of the same thing I have already. Doesn't make sense because at first, when I was younger, I used to double up on a lot of sneakers. And I don't know about you, but I clear my shoes after every wear. So they still look decent enough and everything else where I never got to touch the second pair. And all that happened was that, soles crumbled and yada yada yada.
Hmm.
So only way I actually buy a pair, double up on a pair right now is if it's a pair that I really, really, really like. Like the Concords, I doubled up on those, and I think the Jordan 4, the Bret 4s, I doubled up on those because because I know for sure that it's going to be a long while before they ever come back out again. But I mean, as it relates to Kanye and Adidas, more than likely, I feel as though this particular pair and other pairs might release later on down the road. Might. And it would all have to depend to with what's happening with COVID-19 now. Then of course, as we get closer to the holiday season, they usually drop a ton of stuff as well. So I mean, that's just my opinion on the matter, and we'll see. In all
That's
honesty, we'll see.
that's a very good point with the COVID-19. How do we know that there's not more pairs that were in production that they just weren't able to finish, because of everything that went down? And we
Right?
may get that restock. That's very possible.
It is
That's a very good point right there. And that's with a
because
bunch of releases, maybe even, Jordan releases in the future, not to cut you off.
right because you also have to consider if malls are closed, and you mentioned that stores would have already had their stock. Today is Saturday. They still, if they're closed, their stock they still have their stock.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So more than likely, they might send them back to Adidas or whatever, and you that could possibly be a restock. So, and that's what I've learned over a period of time is that Nike and Adidas usually um, usually have restocks pretty much sooner than you ever think.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, because um, they did it with the Concords, for example. I copped on release day, and I copped from somebody else, and what they restocked at least 2 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So um, with certain now, for example, with an off white, there's no restocking of those. But um, certain shoes, if you don't get them, you just have to wait for that restock. Because I remember the biggest mistake I ever made, and the one thing that taught me that were the Tinker threes, the first pair, and I didn't get them on Sneakers app, and they were sold out pretty much everywhere else. And I stupidly paid, unfortunately, resale for those. And then they restocked again, and they restocked again, and restocked again, and we're hitting hash walls all over the place. And I'm like, man, that sucked. So
Yeah.
so with certain releases, I'm like, yeah, they're definitely going to restock. If I don't get them on release day, probably I'll get them later on down the road, or if I want them. But at this point in time, and as I've gotten older, it's all about being patient in the sneaker game. It definitely is.
That's facts. For real. For real. Because, you know, I tell people all the time with this shit, sometimes you do have to just chill and you will get your shit. You have to chill. You literally have to got to chill out and you will get your shoe. But you know, all in all, like with these Yeezys, I think that we're gonna get another colorway and it's even gonna be hotter than this one, I think. I think that they're gonna bring a better colorway to the table, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's like another thing on my mind where I'm not like too like I wanted to really check these out because though there's gonna be a hotter colorway of this. Who knows? They may even give us some sort of Wave Runner inspired colorway of this, which will be either a big hit or a complete letdown. Look stupid. So, what do you think? You think they may do that or no?
what a wave runner like colorway?
Yeah.
Sure. Because, for example, they they usually do they usually do that. Their best selling colorways, they probably will. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you're just looking at the silhouette at this point in time, you'll be like, well, how are they going to pull it off? Number one. Number two, are the materials going to be the same? So it depends. It depends on all of that, whether the materials are the same and everything, or they use different materials, and how it's going to look and how it's going to come together. But I believe if they come out with a colorway like that, it will sell out. But um, it depends. In all honesty, it depends on what comes out and what it looks like, because we don't know what's going on in Kanye's mind. So
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows except Kanye, right?
yeah, most
um, I,
definitely.
I see in the chat, Hess D writes, will they ever retro the Nike Yeezy? What do you think about that?
Um, they will, but but not with Yeezy attached to it. I see they tried it with the Kyrie sixes. Like Kyrie six has that Yeezy like vibe,
Oh
but
yeah.
you know what I mean. But um, there would have to be some reconciliation between Kanye and Nike first, to be honest. Because if they just call them the Nike Yeezy, I think that's a lawsuit waiting to happen from Kanye's standpoint. Because I'm not sure if he trademarked the word Yeezy, but um, if they do, in all honesty, I'd be happy because I wanted a pair. But I don't know. You never know with Nike, but maybe not. In all honesty, I would love to see it happen. Honestly, I would love to see it happen. But I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I would
Yeah,
hope so.
it's interesting to think about that because Kanye clearly owns the word Yeezy, or else they wouldn't be able to have the word continue on with Adidas. So they I don't think they can do that. Like just put out the shoe, like how, like, for example, you'll see like an Andre Agassi, shoe that continues to be put out, but his name isn't attached to it at all. This literally has his branding on it, the Yeezy branding. So I don't think that they could do that. I don't think they could without Kanye being attached to it completely. So I mean, a lot of people want those. I spoke about it yesterday on yesterday's stream. I showed a few Yeezys on the J Balvin his shoe got pushed back, and I showed some Yeezys. I was talking about how frustrated I was that I sold my pair of Yeezy ones because they fit too big, and
Right.
they're worth so much more now. I should have just held
Right.
on to them and found the pair my size and did this trade, or sold them and then bought them, done something different. But my mind wasn't the same as now. I wasn't as smart with it. Um,
Right.
before I continue, thank you, Ricardo, for the super chat. I really appreciate you. I'm glad you're enjoying this stream for real, and I thank you everyone for tuning in. Um, yeah, so you know, I was so annoyed that I did that. I really am, like, but what are you gonna do? But one day they will come back. One day, um, I would say it's gonna be a long time, maybe
Right.
10 years from now or something. 20-year anniversary, he may release them with Nike, and that's a long time from now. Some of us may not even be around. I hope we all are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the way of the world, you just never know. But
Right.
like I just think that it's going to be a long time from now that we will eventually see that, and it's going to be a big deal, and it'll be a limited release, a very limited release. So that's my thoughts on that right there. Bam writes, did Adidas have a model with glow in the dark before Yeezy? Yes, I mean glow in the dark. There was tons of Adidas. Are you talking about just any Adidas shoe? Yes, they had tons of glow in the dark shoes. I have a pair downstairs inspired by the Emperor from Star Wars, and it has the Force lightning on it, and it glows in the dark. So yeah, they've done a bunch of glow in the dark shoes before Yeezys. Um, I like how they are incorporating the glow in the dark. I'm surprised they didn't do that more with Kanye West, being that was like kind of a stamp with the Nike line. Um, and I like how on this new model, the glow in the dark is black, but it glows,
Right.
like instead of it being that kind of greenish color, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think as it relates to glow in the dark, um, I guess. Well, for this one, it's different. For this one, it's definitely different. I give Adidas props for that. For me, the whole glow in the dark concept, um, what I don't like is that oftentimes they do it too much to the point where it kind of gets stale.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong; they still sell out and everything else, but at some point, it's gone. For me, it's like you do one pair or whatever, and then you just leave it alone. But hey, I'm not a multi-billion-dollar company, so so I really can't say well whether or not to do it or not. But I do believe as it relates to the Nike version, they're probably going to release those again because what right now especially the Red Octobers, those are going for serious numbers. Um, me personally, I would also like to see, and I know it's never going to happen, or it's going to be a long time, and I'm going to be an old man by the time this happens. But I would like to see them, albeit limited, release the Nike Air Max. I wanted a
Mm.
pair of those. But man, Dallas, they going for like what 10? They going for like 10,000 or something like that. I can't do that. I
I
can't.
think you won't be an old man before those come back. That's a prediction of mine. I don't think that. I think we'll get those sooner than later. Me personally.
But will it be in the same format that it was before when it initially released and it did auction? Because you know that they would try to attach that the Michael J. Fox, which I applaud and everything, but
Hmm.
um that they're going to probably attach Michael J. Fox's and the Parkinson's Foundation and everything, and try to do it that way again, as opposed to saying, okay, um, we're going to do a draw, whatever, and the shoe was going to be X amount of dollars, and do it like that.
Damn, my freaking computer just froze. This is fucked up. I went on another page. I
I
think I could.
can I can still hear you.
Yeah, no, I just can't see
Uh-huh.
the chat or anything. But
Okay.
but I mean, I'll shoot the shit for a little bit longer. And
All
I don't
right.
even. I hope this saves. That would be a disappointment if it didn't
Right.
save. Um, Let me go on my YouTube and see if there's any more questions. I don't know what the hell happened here. I was trying to upload a thumbnail right now, and then
Okay.
this shit. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. Next week we're gonna have a. I just got myself a full HD, like a real good cam. So like next week It should be Wednesday, Thursday. Like it's gonna be really good. But I like this style with me not on the camera where I could just shoot the shit and do stuff. I'm doing a bunch of other shit, multitasking right now. Because I've been on here, with I love that you're on here. It's cool that you're here. Let the people know. Do you have Instagram or anything like that? You want them to follow you anywhere or no? If you don't, that's
No,
fine.
no, no Instagram or anything
Okay.
like that. So,
Yeah.
but I know I mentioned it before. Don Tony brought me here, so
Oh
and he always
wow.
and he, because I'm a faithful listener of Don Tony Wrestling Soup, all of those
Hell
guys,
yeah.
you know what I mean. So he always plugged you and plugged your channel, and I was like, yeah, let me check the guy out and all of that because what I like about you, in all honesty, is that you know especially in the sneaker community, and you can talk about this more than me. I love sneakers, Dells, but I can't stand the drama. And I'm like, you guys are fighting over shoes, man.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
silly.
mean? And this one talking about this one selling fakes and everything else and so on and so forth. And I'm like, man, it's about shoes. You know what I mean? And they'll have, for example, not saying you, but DJ Dell's exposed and this and DJ Dell's buys fakes and whatever. So it's good to get away from all of that. You know what I mean? And it's cool that you're a wrestling fan. I'm a huge one. Um, but before we get off or whatever, and I know you probably got some stuff to do. What was your take on WrestleMania?
I thought it was pretty good for what they had. I enjoyed the Firefly Funhouse. I loved it. Some people didn't
Right,
like it so much. They thought it wasn't a match, but I prefer them doing something which I looked at as a piece of art versus them trying to just do a regular match. They needed to switch up the visuals.
right,
Um, I wish that the Randy Orton versus Edge match was trimmed down to maybe half. I felt that it was way too long. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
uh, I think it could have been really good, maybe even possibly classic if they edited where properly.
yeah,
I um I loved the Boneyard match. I loved that.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins ended up being a pretty good match. I know people had mixed opinions. I didn't even realize that you came here through them because I don't get that a lot. And
true, true,
like I know he plugs the shit out of me. He used to. He doesn't really as much anymore, which is fine. I still speak to him. I speak more to Kevin lately. I go through things like with both of them. Like I'll start speaking to, I'll be talking to Kevin like crazy, and then I'll speak to Don Tony like crazy.
yeah,
Um, and I love both of those guys.
yeah,
I've known them for so freaking long. It's like, and next week, matter of fact, we will be doing. It looks like a stream on my other channel, the Dell Show. Shit, my fucking computer. The Dell Show. I want to do something for Kevin because he's out of work right now because he works in the
mm,
club business.
yeah,
So next week at the Dell Show, I think we're gonna do on a Saturday maybe or a Sunday. We're gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna pin his PayPal in the comments. And it's almost gonna be like a fundraiser just to help him with his rent and all this shit because he's
yeah,
stuck right now. So and it'll be fun. It'll be a live Q&A. He'll be on, possibly Trez, and possibly maybe even his brother may get on there. We'll see.
true.
But yeah, I wanted to help him because like he needs help right now.
Yeah, because he was going through it on Twitter on I heard he was going through it on Twitter yesterday or something like that, or Thursday or whatever.
Yeah.
But but in all honesty, it is getting the people. In all honesty, and I guess the combination of being quarantined and being on lockdown, on top of the fact that you're trying to figure out how is this bill going to get paid, it it will weigh on anybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me personally, I am fortunate enough where, like, I'll say 2017 or so, I made it up. I made it my business to just continue, just save like crazy. Yeah, I was buying kicks and stuff like that, but I made it my business to save. So I have like, say about 6 months worth of salaries saved up, I guess. So I'm still on pretty good, regardless.
Good.
So, but I know for others that, you know, and Kev talked about it on this show, that are quote unquote off the books. This is it's difficult for them, so they didn't get what $1,200 check or whatever that Trump was giving, that the government was giving back to people. So it's difficult for a lot of people. This
Oh yeah.
didn't this didn't somebody in New York, this guy jumped out, committed suicide recently this past week, right?
Yeah. There's been a lot of suicides since this. People are fighting depression because of being inside a lot. That's why I keep telling people try to go out of your house, take a walk, get out of the
Right.
house. You staring at walls all the time. You're mentally not used to doing that. It's gonna play an effect to you. It's gonna play a part on you. So
Yeah.
it's important that people get the hell out the house and do that. But yeah. I spoke to Kevin. I seen that tweet he wrote, and I called him. And I spoke to him for over an hour, and try to just see what we could do for him. So next week at the Delz show, I don't know if you're subscribed. Don Tony always says the sneaker addict, but I have a lot of wrestling content on the Delz show. I have tons of interviews. So you should check out, if you love wrestling, go to the DELZ, the Delz show, and
Yeah.
your mind is going to be blown because I've interviewed so many people from Scarlett Bordeaux, Killer Cross, to Kevin Nash, Matt Hardy. Interviews in person, not over on the web.
Right.
So check out the Delz show and subscribe there,
Okay.
and make sure to turn your notifications on because we will be doing that live stream next week.
Okay.
As soon as I get my webcam, we're gonna do it, and even
Right.
if it's just me and Kev, it's gonna be fun because me and Kevin, like, we could talk for hours. I don't. You'll see. Like, me and Kev could talk for hours and
Right.
hours and hours. There's no short conversation with him and me.
Right.
If we call each other, we're on the phone for at least an hour, 2 hours. Sometimes it's like, holy shit, what time is it? Because we have a lot of stuff in common with music. I was in the music industry for a little bit, more than a little bit, for over 10 years. And I have a lot of friends in New York, even in the hardcore scene, that are
Okay.
considered legends in the hardcore scene that he knows too. So, a lot of people don't know. Like, a lot of people know me. Like, if you look me up, I have a lot of stuff with hip hop, and I've worked with a lot of rappers. But I have a lot of friends in the New York hardcore scene that Kevin is heavy with. Even his brother is too. I don't have the same kind of relationship with his brother, but we're cool. We follow each other on Twitter and shoot the shit. And I like him. I think he's really funny. He really took wrestling soup to another level, in my opinion. They were always good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
John Draper is like the cherry on top. Like,
Yeah.
when it's the three of them, it's so good. As
Yeah.
Vince says, this is good shit.
Yeah. But
So,
I have two more questions for you. I'm sorry to have to keep you on this long, but
no, it's all good, man. I'm hanging out. I hope it saves. I'm gonna be so disappointed if this doesn't save. I like this stream,
yeah,
especially when I've guests. I like interacting with people during these times, man. Like, I think
yeah,
it's cool. You know.
Yeah, most
Go ahead.
definitely. Um, One, you talked about Scarlett Bordeaux and Killer Cross. Um, for me, I feel as though in NXT they're probably going to be quote unquote used properly. My biggest fear is should both of them be called to the main roster that Vince will mess them up. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but I believe Triple H can look at Killer Cross and look at Scarlett Bordeaux and actually do something with them. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps the name Killer Cross, but um, it'll be interesting. But I think he'll do well in NXT main roster, not so much. Um, and then the second question for you, seeing how the revival or whatever they're going to be called got their release, um, everybody say AEW, but I just think their style fits NWA much better. I'm not sure how you feel about
I
that. So
agree.
those are my two questions.
I agree, and I actually spoke on it on my Patreon podcast, which will be up 106 later today. Everyone, if you check out my Patreon, we have a podcast almost every week, and it's a lot of fun. If you love sneakers, music, and wrestling, we have a fucking field day over there. It's linked below. And I shared that clip early about the revival, so watch that video at the Dell show. But I will talk about it. Um, I actually said exactly what you said, but I would love them to hit the indies just for like a couple of weeks, you know? Like just go to New York and do some indie shows in New York and in North Carolina, you know, hit the markets, you know, see your fans real quick, you know? And it's gonna be a big payday. They'll make
Right.
a lot of money because everyone's gonna want to take pictures with them, autographs, and so on and so forth. So it's gonna be a nice payday for them. So I hope they do
Mhm.
that. Then go to NWA,
Right.
do some work with the Rock and Roll Express too. Like
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'd love that, and some of the other guys also. You know, they got some great tag teams there. Eddie Kingston and Homicide. Imagine them working with them on a program real quick.
Right.
Even the Dawson brothers. I love the Dawson brothers on
Right.
NWA, and those are friends of mine. For wrestling fans, I actually was in a group chat, a group text with Dave and Zane Dawson, who are actually pretty cool with the Dawsons, the Dawson with also what the hell, the revival.
Hmm.
We're gonna do a live stream next week too on the Dell show, not on the Sneaker Addict, because they're not into sneakers. They love like music and hip hop. We'll be talking about that and wrestling and shit like that and movies. But they'll be on next week. I just would love to see that on the NWA and then go to AEW and just have an awesome career there. You know, we want to see the Young Bucks versus them. Um, who doesn't want that? But there doesn't need to be a rush for that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Um, NWA, yeah. AEW is the logical and easy choice for them. Um, Obviously because of the, I guess, quote unquote, built-in feud with the revival. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with the Young Bucks. Um, I I would go the other way. I would love to see them in New Japan. I honestly
Yeah, I
would.
actually mentioned that on my podcast too. I could see them doing a show or two, kind of like what we've seen with John Moxley. You know?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because Gorillas of Destiny, they have been them and Usos have been going back and forth, but I think that would be a good matchup. Um, at some point, I would hope beyond hope, have a New Japan WWE mashup, but where you have your dream matchups, like your Okada versus Rollins or whomever, or God versus Usos and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know what I mean? And in all honesty, if they did that as a pay-per-view, the buy numbers would be crazy. Trust me. it would be crazy. But I think I think they have their options, to be honest, and it'll have to be a matter of them striking while the iron is hot. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be like, oh, I want to take time off and be with my family, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but the the wrestling business is so cyclical. It's like you're hot one moment, people want you, and then you know you get older and everything else, and don't want to do it, but bills and everything else come up, and the paydays aren't as good. So hopefully they strike while the iron is hot. But definitely, I because they turned down a lucrative offer from WWE, so obviously they just wanted to go. But I I think that more than likely they will take the money and go to AEW.
Well,
I
they
don't think,
they seem to be, not to interrupt you. It seems to be pretty orchestrated. They already have a new T-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com,
yeah,
so I'm sure like it's coming. It definitely is. And
I don't like their names though, but
what the fuck the revival, the FTW,
FTR. No, I
FTR.
mean,
Excuse me.
no,
Fuck.
I mean the individual names. One is what Dax Hardwood and Cash Lawson or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just don't like the individual names. But I guess WWE owns their Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder or something like that.
Hmm.
Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood. I'm like, yeah. I don't know where you guys came up with those names, but more than likely because AEW more than likely has taped a few weeks in advance. I'm sure Raw and SmackDown has as well, but more than likely you'll probably see them on TV. I guess probably mid May or early June at the latest.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
I give all this quarantine shit 5 weeks, and we'll be back on our feet. I hope. I pray.
um, I hope so. I hope so too. But I feel as though initially, um, people will still be reluctant. Just because the number has flattened off and everything else doesn't mean that person still won't have it. So um, I think initially the numbers will be small, but I think that a live crowd will help. And when they see persons having fun, then the numbers will eventually increase. Because I think even with the NBA, NHL, and so on and so forth, fans will be reluctant. Or, in all honesty, like you see in Japan, you'll see a lot of fans wearing masks. A
Right.
lot. You know what I mean? And I don't blame them. I honestly don't blame them. But um, it'll be interesting. You say 5 weeks, which would put it what? That'll be mid to late May.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But hopefully things just around the world will improve. But I guess an unintended consequence is that the environment is doing much better. Because in Los Angeles, the smog isn't as bad or non-existent. I saw somewhere in India, it's like they could see the mountains for the first time from their home. So I guess it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, but um, I'm sure a lot of people are eager. They want to get back to work because unfortunately they still got bills to pay. So, but yeah,
Yeah, this has definitely helped the environment. All this shutdown. This could be this could be Mother Nature. Telling everyone to chill the fuck out a little bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So. But hey, man, we're gonna end this chat right here because I can't even see the chat right now. I don't even know how long we've been gone, but I think we're almost at 2 hours. Hey, anytime you want to come up, you cool, man. In my book, so you're always welcome to come up and cam up.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I got
yeah.
you. I like to. I like to do these chats where I invite people on this program I got here. Unless it's an interview, of course, then we're gonna
Right.
do the interview. But that's usually on the other channel, the Dell Show. Thank you everyone for the super chats. I don't think I got another one, but if I did and I didn't say your name, I apologize. My screen is dead right now. I'm literally about to just shut my computer. I'm crossing my fingers that this does save because I enjoyed this conversation and we'll catch you all later, guys. Get out the house. Just a quick positive message, please. Get out the house, and don't stay indoors because it's just not healthy for you. And
Yeah.
definitely follow everything I got going on. There's a bunch of links in the description box below. I got an app that I always promote that I love. It's called the Robin Hood app. And you download it and you can get a free stock at the stock exchange. And stocks are so down right now. Why not buy a few stocks? A lot of rich people always investing money in stocks because they got the money to invest in. You can buy stocks for very cheap right now. So definitely download it. It's a no-brainer. It's absolutely free. You can hit on Apple stock, which is at about $260. So if you hit on that, you just made $260. You may also get an app that's $5, but that's $5 you didn't have before. So that's linked below. My t-shirts are on sale. 20% off. Check them out. You may like the designs. They're pop culture inspired, a lot of fun. And that's all I got for this stream. The Patreon podcast will be up later today. You still have a chance to leave your questions in. You got about a couple more hours. Nice to meet you, dude. And
Hey.
I'll catch you soon. I hope to see you back here again, man.
All right. Same to you, man. You be safe.
All
Everybody
right,
in the
man.
chat, be safe, man.
Yes, sir. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Uh, I don't even know if you guys can hear me anymore. This stream got all messed up. If you can hear me, I hope you had fun once again. I'm pretty sure I am live right now. Thank you everyone for coming through. Thank you for everyone that hit the super chat up and everything like that. And yeah, I'm working on this live stream. You know, it's been a work in progress. I'm not that tech savvy with stuff, but I'm working on it, and I hope you all had fun with this. And I should be having my new webcam soon, so it'll be good. But I'll still be doing some live streams with my phone. I just like how this audio is. Give your feedback. Let me know if you mind this right here, where I'm actually just giving you audio live. If you don't mind this, then I'll be doing this more often. And please, a lot of thumbs ups. We need a lot of thumbs ups, comments. Lets me know to keep doing this for sure. The more that I see this, feedback back, the more I will continue to do this. So definitely leave all that feedback. Everyone be great out there. Be safe out there. And we out.